Rio's life, fighting a much larger opponent.
What's going on, everybody?
Paul Turner for this first ever AEW Women's World Championship title match. You know, Britt Baker is not a huge woman by any stretch of the imagination, but
What's going on, bud?
Longer than the 98-pound champion.
Britt Baker versus Rio right now for the AEW Women's Championship. 30-minute time limit. Nothing's really happened yet, though.
Yeah, in the last two, actually,
trying to size each other up.
Jacksonville, Florida,
Test the strength.
In Boston, Massachusetts.
Arm drag.
You know, I've always thought that the stepper to Rio, you want to ground her and dictate a pace because she's a listen.
Building chance with the fans already for Rio and both Britt Baker.
Rio, some signs of frustration here as Britt Baker with early advantage goes for the flat mirror with Rio.
Rio's running the ropes, counters, arm drag.
Britt though hangs on. Was Rio over?
I don't know about everybody else, but I honestly don't like Rio as champion. Much rather it be Priestley or Britt Baker.
Understand this. You're out of bounds. You can just see the determination on the face now. Oh, look at that, go for the lockjaw.
Got her down.
Looking for it early. And Rio knows that she's
Going for the lockjaw. This is her name of her finisher, by the way, is the lockjaw.
Great awareness there by Rio. I'm trying to say earlier that it'd be an amazing homecoming for Britt Baker next week.
Britt Baker's going to be in her hometown next week, so that's cool for her, I guess.
Walking the Peterson Event Center, you're exactly right with that gold belt. She's got a shot right now. Don't forget, we'll be in Indiana, Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis on the 20th of November, Wednesday.
Going up to the top turnbuckle right now.
Nashville coming up soon.
Looking for a superplex. Rio's holding on as tight as she can right now. She's not trying to go down easy.
Teetering on a little bit of a problem here.
Oh.
See Rio using those sharp elbows to knock Britt Baker back into the ring.
Flying cross body. Britt Baker rolls through. Rio with her traditional bridge out.
And that pinpoint accuracy on the drop kick, catching Britt Baker on the eye, on the cheek.
Be cool, but we see this every week for the past, now the third week in a row where Rio kicks out that way.
That's the size and strength disparity.
So it's kind of getting old.
Just easily brings Rio up, and Rio floats over with the waist lock. Oh, that's back elbow by the doctor. Maybe loosen the tooth for Kazutora.
Nice. Rio just countered. Crowd is really on Rio, but I don't get the hype.
And that is to keep her grounded, but she's enabled now Rio to get to a vertical base. Instinctually, Rio tries for a slam. It's not normally going to work. If you're at the hair there, that's okay. Oh, now Rio looking to follow up that
Rio's going to the top right now. Rio's going to
this could be disastrous.
top right.
Dynamite stop. Rolling out the danger. Press on that coming. Get out of it.
Britt Baker, sling blade.
Too much time getting to the top there. That was like, sometimes just they're hell-bent on doing one thing.
Oh.
They're going to do no matter what. Right. And look at how easily Britt was able to hoist
Taking her through right now.
Rio, once again, is out of the back.
Rio's trying to put her in an arm bar.
Now, arms locked. Oh, arm right to the jaw, right over the ear. You may think she doesn't have much force behind
The other thing that's difficult about this is that Rio is so small, so she's not believable as champion right now. Running leg drop, Britt Baker. 2 count. I think the size is going to get old after a while. It's really cool to see a smaller person be champion, but it can't last for too long, honestly. Britt Baker missed a kick. Roll up. 2. Another roll up by Rio. 1, 2. 2 count again. The neck breaker was nasty just now. Super kick to Rio. 2 count. Right at the last second. No one's surprised. The only way that this match ends is with B. Priestley coming out at the very end.
Frustration certainly is evident on the face of the gentleman. Very much so. I mean, you have to imagine for Britt Baker how disconsolate she must be, but she can't allow that to. There's palm strikes. Oh, the bar shooter. There goes with the ripcord. Rio.
Rio just did a Northern Lights suplex to Britt Baker. That was pretty cool to see. Just got her in an ankle lock now. It's just not. It's not believable. Britt Baker is not tapping. She's trying to get her to tap right now. She's gonna tap. She has to. Rio's facial expressions really sell her moves out way better than half the people have. Stomp to the back. 1, 2. Kick out Britt Baker. A lot of falsies in this match already. They definitely get old after a certain point. You can only have so many falsies in a match before you just don't want to watch it anymore. Honestly. Getting ready. Lining up. She was going for a V trigger just now. Britt Baker knocked her out. She's about to lock in the lockjaw, I think. Nope. She lifted her up. Oh. There it is. Lockjaw's locked in. She might take this belt from her. She's about to lock it in. Wow. Rio with the roll up to win. Britt Baker had the lockjaw locked in. And Rio rolled her up as she was locking it in. Britt Baker unsuccessful in her attempt at dethroning Rio just now. I feel like they purposely made the belt smaller just for Rio because right now it looks like a Toys R Us belt. Rio wins against Britt Baker. She's going up to her to shake her hand right now. The way that Britt Baker's walking towards her is pretty heelish. They did shake hands though. Crowd popped for it a little bit, not too much though. It's not believable at all. If you like this video, just leave me that thumbs up. That'd be nice. We are going into a commercial break.
Switching to Boost Mobile gave me so much more. And I gotta say, I like more.
Switching at 4 lines for $25 per line per month with unlimited gigs, plus 4 free LG Style 5 phones, all on our super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
Switching to Boost gave me so much more. And I gotta say, I like more.
Switching at 4 lines for $25 per line per month with unlimited gigs, plus 4 free LG Style 5 phones, all on our super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
They're America's biopharmaceutical researchers, pursuing life-changing cures in a country that fosters innovation. Here, they find breakthroughs like a way to fight cancer by arming a patient's own T cells. Because it's not just about the next breakthrough, it's about the ones after that. These folks, they don't have time to go to the post office. They have businesses to
We're on a commercial break right now.
Lives to get home to. They use stamps.
As soon as we come back, it is the second match in the tag team tournament. Once this tag team tournament match comes back, it's going to be pretty interesting. SCU did go over earlier in the night, unfortunately.
Plus postage on a digital scale. Go to stamps.com/try and now go to the post office again.
The Red Light presents The Cure for the Common Closet. I know that song. You're suffering from common closet. But fear not, I have the cure. It's called ThreadUp.com. It's the world's largest online thrift store with all of your favorite brands at incredible prices. Check out this Jacob dress, $14. Boho weekend look, $25. You can pick colors, styles, brands, and voila! Enter code MOVE for up to an extra 50% off your first order at ThreadUp.com.
Meet Toberfest.
Most viewers I've gotten at a time is 2. Woohoo!
Beer, cheese, mustard, and pretzel rolls now happening all over the world.
So the most viewers I've had at one time so far is just 2. Gotta start somewhere, right? Just trying to do this so I don't have to fucking work anymore. It'd be so nice. What's up, everybody? We are on a commercial break right now. As soon as the commercial break ends, we're going to have more tag team tournament action earlier in the night. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. This person just said good luck. It's the dream, right? Nah, just kidding. I enjoy my job. Right now, just so you know, we have a commercial break going on. Once we come back, tag team match is coming on. SCU went over earlier in the night. We had Ortiz and Santana go against a couple jobbers. Enhancement talent. They got destroyed pretty quick. What is what going to be about? All right, so Christopher Daniels. Oh, this stream is just going to be about Aew Dynamite tonight. It's a wrestling show that's going on right now. If you don't know what AEW is, it is a company that is founded by Shad Khan, the owner of the Jaguars. Have Chris Jericho going against Darby Allin later tonight. Darby Allin's pretty cool, man. He's different. It's really, really nice to be able to watch someone like him. He's quick. Right now we got the Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express. So Luke Perry's son and Marco Stunt. Thanks, man. I really hope I do get some more viewers. This is the first night I've ever done this, so we're just gonna keep on going with it. I just gotta stay consistent, and hopefully that's what happens. All right, making their way out there right now is Jurassic Express. This is pretty cool. I don't really get the whole Marco stunt thing right now, but I do understand the hype behind Luke Perry's son. He's pretty fun to watch.
As you mentioned, JR, Luchasaurus was originally slated for this match, so he suffered a non-contact thigh injury.
It's awesome. Maybe one day, whenever my stream makes it big, if it ever happens, then you can just troll the hell out of everybody on it and then mod it for me. Got Pentagon and Phoenix coming to the ring. Lucha Bros right now. This is for the tag team tournament right now, by the way. Definitely means we're going to get Cerro Miedo about a million times in a row, which is not the coolest thing in the world, but hey.
They've had so much success in Mexico as well, and they obviously have a problem with FCU food. But you know, man, I got to admit that the dynamic of this match has completely changed. You think about Marco stunned at 5'2" compared to Luchasaurus. Yeah, they have speed. Luchasaurus is absolutely different type of matchup, though. I think a match that the Luchadors, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix would relish. They like to do it as great as we saw at the top of the show.
It's got a pretty long entrance getting down to this ring, but they're finally in it right now. We're getting a Cerro Miedo chant already. Ugh. That's rough. It gets old. And we're already on a commercial again. Let's see if I can't get a thumbnail of this AEW. So that way,
Hop in. Don't sweat it, Sergeant. The no-monthly service fees, you've been saving a little extra. That means more for corn dogs and maybe some practice.
USAA Bank helps you save a little more money for when it matters. Find help at every turn with USAA Bank. Wake you wake. My whole life, I only met 2 or 3 people like us.
awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate the tips. It's actually happened to me on Instagram before. It's where I was driving and had posted a video, and so happened that a song was in the background that Universal Music Recording Group didn't like me playing in my car, I guess. So my Instagram got a 24-hour ban, so that was pretty funny.
Like that stuff actually works. Hey, buddy, up here. The key ingredient in Nugenix is clinically researched and totally real. That's why Nugenix is the #1 seller free testosterone booster at GNC. Hey, buddy, check it out. My workout's a lot better. I'm feeling stronger and more energetic with a lot more drive. I'm back to the big ring. You still don't believe me? Just send a text. Get a complimentary ball.
Trying to change this thumbnail so it's not my face and it's something else. Let's go ahead and change it over to the main event of tonight.
Hey guys, it's time to start your engine.
To get your complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenix, text BUFF to 369-369. Samples are not available in stores, so text BUFF to 369-369.
Decent.
Ain't this it makes the rules? But the rules just changed. You ain't seen a lot of games.
It's kind of weird.
Technology. No mess, no residue, fast acting relief. Rise from pain. UIC hot lidocaine dry spray.
Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever that just was. I really appreciate it. Don't really know where this channel is going to go yet, but hopefully it just keeps on getting bigger and bigger. That would be the ideal way for this to start to go.
I mean, this is crazy, right?
Look at that, 3 viewers. Let's go. We are on a commercial right now, but Lucha Bros and Jurassic Express are in the ring. For whatever reason, Luchasaurus is not wrestling tonight with Jungle Boy. It is Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy instead of Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. So it'll be interesting to see how that works over in the long run. We actually have people chanting for Luchasaurus right now.
I don't think I'd stand right in front of your adversary.
The 100 Cero Miedo chant by Pentagon.
Something stuff is all too familiar with.
Absolutely. Each and every match he's ever been in, they bullied him.
Couldn't save that.
Marco's having maybe too much fun.
There we go.
Yeah, this could turn badly for him very, very quickly. Aubrey Edwards. Oh. The glove throw.
Do you know if I can use any of those with a Chromebook by chance? Also, right now, Marco Stunt just bit Pentagon. He's still biting him.
Hoisted up to the shoulders of Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy.
Oh, super kick to Jungle Boy. Phoenix catching Marco Stunt. Just chopped the hell out of him. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I recently just started going back to school again. And so I am actually using a Chromebook for a lot of my stuff right now. Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt are flying all around this ring right now, really taking it to Pentagon and Phoenix. This is the first round of our tag team tournament to crown the AEW tag team champions. Just launched himself into Phoenix. Jungle Boy launched himself over onto Pentagon. They're actually working this Marco Stunt Jungle Boy thing a lot more than I thought they were going to be doing. Oh my gosh. Combo leg drop. Aubrey Edwards is the ref right now for this match, which is good for her. Gets her a little bit more publicity.
Very much so. I mean, they are such an experienced tag team, the Lucha Bros are.
Marco just tagged in Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy's not legal right now.
The key here, Excalibur and Jim, is going to be the experience.
2-5 into the German suplex.
German suplex to Pentagon by Jungle Boy. Another 2 count.
Pentagon just reaching up, grabbing the hair of Jungle Boy to force the break.
And that's surprising, Tony. Even your tone sounds a little surprised. We're going to be at Corpus Christi at the American Bank Center on December 18th, a Wednesday. Tickets go on sale.
Jungle Boy Irish whipping. Oh, Irish whip jerk. Marco started right into a super kick. That was awesome. Oh, no. There we go. Hot tag. Phoenix is in the ring. Jungle Boy's still in the corner. Pump kick by Jungle Boy to Phoenix. Something that he does not usually do. So that's pretty crazy to see.
Chops both members of the Jurassic Express.
Phoenix just destroyed Stunt and Jungle Boy. Extreme offense to the outside. Oh, Pentagon caught him. All right. For whatever reason, they have Marco Stunt wrestling this match. I really have not figured out why yet, unless Luchasaurus is going to come down and get the win. Wow, that's big news. I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know. We also, along with Alicia Fox being released, we also have Mike Kanellis was actually He asked for his release as well. On top of all that, the Usos and Naomi right now did not get drafted anywhere because they do not have any plans for them at this moment. Jungle Boy just sold the hell out of a back kick. Going to commercial again. Still have action on the side of the screen though. Picture in picture.
Well, we made it to another Halloween without getting eaten.
Got a great M&M's commercial on right now.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Ooh, you feel that chill?
We'll be back from commercial in just a second.
Just kidding.
Slow down. Speed up.
Grab a water real quick.
Kilometers per hour.
At State Farm, we're challenging ourselves to each do 100 acts of good. Giving back starts with us. Join us at neighborhoodofgood.com.
We were lost in a vast desert, completely devoid of accidents. Then it appeared, a beacon of hope. More glorious than a billion sunsets. We were found by the house.
What's your mission? Coconut oil,
Cocoa butter, shea butter.
Gold Bond Radiance Renewal, exfoliates, and our triple blend moisturizers helps prevent dry skin. Now try new Radiance Renewal oil infused cream and with shea butter for 24-hour moisturization.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Still on a commercial break right now. They've just been kind of taking it towards Marco and Jungle Boy in the ring. I honestly don't think that they're going to let the Lucha Bros win the way this match has been going.
Epclusa has a 98%
Think that
overall cure rate.
I just found out.
they might give them the win.
I knew for years.
Or
Epclusa
SCU will
is
come
only
down
one pill, once a day, taken with or without
and
food for 12
cost them
weeks.
this match maybe.
Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B,
But I could be
which
wrong.
may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements.
We're on a commercial right now, but we got Pentagon and Phoenix still in the ring right now, doing their stupid ass Cero Miedo chants like they do every match. If you were to take a shot every time that chant were to get going, you'd be drunk 1 minute into their match due to the fact that they never stop that chant at all.
This was Justin. We were supposed to play again. We can make history. One goal is to win the championship. Everybody thinks it's kind of embarrassing. Should not done yet.
Marco is just, it's almost like they're, yeah, it is their gimmick, and I understand that. But eventually, you overdo a gimmick and it gets tiring. And it's cool to get it over, and I understand the art of getting something over. But there is also a point to where it just becomes too much, and that's where we're at right now with their gimmick. They don't need to say it every 5 seconds for me to know what their gimmick is either. They're fucking badasses. We know what they do. They're amazing in the ring. Marco's son's getting destroyed still right now. He's trying. He just slapped the living shit out of Pentagon. He's got a roll up right now. Kip up. Knee to the face. Possibly about to get a hot tag right now. If you don't know what's going on, we've got Jurassic Express with Marco's son and Jungle Boy right now going against the Lucha Bros for the first round of AEW's tag tournament. Jungle Boy and Phoenix hot tag. Jungle Boy ducks. Taking it to Phoenix. Now going after Pentagon. Oh. Boom. Reverse DDT on Pentagon. Also, if you don't know, Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son. Luke Perry actually just recently passed away. It's actually kind of sad. My girlfriend actually was just watching a Riverdale episode where they give Luke Perry a tribute. It's pretty good episode. 450 splash by Marco Stunt. Running shooting star by Jungle Boy. 1, 2, kick out Phoenix. 10 minutes have gone by in the match. We got 10 minutes left. 20-minute match.
I would consider a major upset from what we've seen in this match. Yeah, this is not going how I perceived it tonight.
If you're enjoying this video, please drop a thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. And this match is about to end. Phoenix and Pentagon just got the upper hand. Marco's son is just getting drugged right now. Luchasaurus is either hurt or they've got something planned for him, because for him to not be in this match, it's pretty ridiculous. Marco's son is about as big as my 3-year-old son is. To try and break Marco's son's arm. And he did it. If you don't know who Pentagon is, Pentagon Dark, Pentagon Jr., Pentel 0M. Package pile driver finisher. 1, 2, 3. Lucha Bros advance. Jurassic Express does not. It's rough, man. Got rid of Jurassic Express out of the tournament. I think Marco is not believable because of his size. I think that he's believable. I haven't been to as many indie events as I used to, but there was definitely people that were that size. But I think that if you're going to have Marco in the ring, he should not be fighting someone the size of Pentagon. There's people that Marco should be fighting. Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, which I know Darby Allin's going against Jericho tonight. But there is guys that are size appropriate for him. In my opinion, there's only one person that the small gimmick has ever gotten over with, and that's Rey Mysterio. And that's it. Times are changing, though. Wrestlers are a lot smaller. But the good thing is for the third week that we're on now, nothing power base. Right, and that's what they were doing at the beginning of the match. They were really getting over. They were Pentagon and Phoenix. They were trying to throw him around. And as they were throwing him around, he was doing running DDTs. He was doing Hurricane Ranas, Spike Ranas, stuff like that. And that's great. But that gimmick, and it gets tiring. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. Moxley and Pac against Hangman and Kenny is next. They're actually coming out to the ring right now. What's y'all's opinion on him being called Pac versus Pac? Do you think that it's stupid that he's not keeping his name and that we've changed his name since we have him on American TV? And would you like to see him go back to Pac? Also, I'm just throwing this out right here. They are doing this thing right now to where obviously wins and losses matter. Doesn't matter if people are going to call them whatever. Yeah, that's true. There was almost a slip up. He's going, so it's still the same spelling, but not American. Sorry, not American. Wow, I can't talk. Overseas, in other countries, he goes by Pac, and they are calling him Pac in AEW. Still the same spelling and everything. It's just kind of weird that that's what we're going by. I guess it's better than Neville, because Neville was pretty shitty. You got Moxley coming out now. Honestly, he's kind of lackluster now. He had that surgery, and ever since he had that surgery, he's just not been the same. This week we are getting spray paint Moxley though, which is what we didn't get last week. Something that people really, really wanted. So it is good that we're getting that version of him. I think the bastard is gonna stick. And yeah, you could be right. The X-Pac thing, I feel like you're right. I feel like that could be something that they want to go with. Hang on a second.
You want to write me off after one injury? Don't you dare. Let's reestablish the pecking order here at AEW, okay? I am the top of the...
Moxley saying that he's the top of the food chain and everything goes through him. I don't know if that's really the truth. Just because, like I said, I feel like he's kind of lost a little bit of momentum. Especially everything that's happened. Me as a wrestling fan, I keep up with everything. Obviously, I'm not watching NXT right now, but I'll go back and watch NXT later tonight. But you still have him and his ongoing feud with Juice over in NJPW, and Juice has kind of punked him out last time. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Going back to commercial right now. What are y'all's views on WWE and NXT? Who do you think's won the past the first 2 weeks? Did New Japan strip Moxley of the U.S. title? Yes. I remember what I read. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but if I remember what I read, he did lose that title. Let me double check for you. Moxley title.
Beer cheese and a pretzel bun. So it only makes sense that you want to wash it all down with an ice cold mellow yellow. Arby's, we have the meats.
Hey, I'm Sue. I'm Renee.
Hi, I'm Brad.
My first call.
So the championship was vacated.
The lightness of crispy rice. Crunch. The chocolate bar all Americans love.
If you're a guy with 40, take it from me, Frank Thomas.
Awesome. I know that's right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Have a good night, man.
Up here. The key ingredient
AEW has won so far. NXT is still the next top option. I was huge on AEW.
Workout's a lot better. I'm feeling stronger.
Unfortunately, since the way that I'm doing everything tonight, I have not been able to watch NXT at all tonight. So I have no idea what's going on. Only stuff I know about WWE related right now. Someone popped in here and said Alicia Fox had asked for her. She said that she had asked for her release or that they granted it to her. And I also know that Mike Kanellis asked for his release, as well as the Usos and Naomi. They have nothing for him right now. So this lackluster draft just kind of put them in a crap spot. They don't have anything for them. So who knows whenever we'll see them on TV again. It also has to do with their actions outside the ring, though. They are really big on drinking, which who isn't? But unfortunately, it's caused kind of a hamper in their career. Same thing with Jeff Hardy. Obviously, Jeff Hardy can't go the way he used to, but he just DUI, public intoxication, everything that he keeps on getting is just not lining up for him the way that it needs to.
Book your ticket at Thrifty.com.
We are on a commercial break right now. Once it comes back, we're going to have Pac and Moxley against Hangman and Omega. The other thing, too, is Hangman was supposed to be this big star, and I think that he is due to my, prior viewings of ROH. But they haven't put Hangman over the way he needs to get put over if he's supposed to be the future of this company. Because realistically, Matt, Nick, Jackson, they don't have as much time left. Cody doesn't have as much time left. Kenny could, just the way that they wrestle over there in Japan. But they'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. Hangman's coming out first. Wrestling-wise, NXT was a touch better the first week. AEW was much better the last week. I think one of the other things, too, is everybody is so focused on – so, real quick, before I get sidetracked. So, win-losses matter. Adam Page is 2-3 now. He's supposed to be the future of this company. He's not even at a 500 right now. If I was going for an NFL team that's not over 500, don't know if I'd be able to root for them because I don't know how much I would want to cheer for that team. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I think that something that is good for NXT is that it's Triple H. That's Triple H's baby, and we all know what he's doing and how well he's putting all these people over. Velveteen Dream is a star. He just now came back. That's actually the one match that I'm going to miss tonight until I go back through and watch it. But that Tommaso Ciampa match, man. Seeing Tommaso come back is amazing. Everybody likes Tommaso. Big pyros for Kenny. Crowd's going insane right now. Here's another one, man. Kenny's also 2-3 right now. Season's angle. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. What's going on? The show is my live reaction to AEW. However, I'm completely open to other wrestling that's going on. I'm not close-minded at all. This is actually really fun for me because whenever I was growing up, I got to watch Monday Night Wars. I remember my dad switching back and forth over and over again, and so now I get to do that on Wednesday nights. But due to me just streaming for the sake of reviewing AEW while it's going on, unfortunately, I'm not able to watch NXT at the same time. Maybe I can get my girlfriend to buy me another TV so that way I can stick it right next to my other one so that way I can watch NXT and AEW. Does that sound good? I'm funny? Please? This crowd is hot for this match. This match should have been the main event, but unfortunately it's not. Velveteen is hurt? What? Wow. Did they just announce this injury? It really sucks. Velveteen is definitely my go-to, man. I remember him as Patrick Clark on this that last Tough Enough they did, and I remember watching him and thinking like, this guy is not going to be anything, and he basically said to F everybody and was able to make something out of his career, which is freaking awesome. Who's in this number one contenders match? Is it Tommaso? Mox has got Omega down in the middle of the ring, just laying punches into him over and over again. Moxley did get rid of the shitty barbed wire trunks from last week. He's now got trunks that say Mox on his left sleeve. He's not wearing pants, thank God. He's actually wearing trunks, a little bit more believable. Insegure Pac's in the ring with Omega right now.
Last week on commentary, and he just brought a malevolent presence to this desk. Malevolent presence, right, Excalibur. Just an angry man.
Keith Lee, awesome. I actually got the pleasure of watching Keith Lee indie-wise for about the past year and a half to 2 years. I am from Texas, so got to watch Keith Lee. We have a promotion here called VIP Wrestling, and VIP Wrestling really puts people over. We've had Cody Rhodes, Viking Raiders, War Machine, War Raiders, whatever you'd like to call them. They were actually our inaugural tag team champions. LAX, we've had a lot of people here for that promotion. The placement of this match on the card is kind of weird. Hopefully it goes the full distance, and then we have the main event after that. It's been kind of weird because we've had the heels go over past 2 shows in a row. I understand you got to get this new stable over, but it'll be interesting to see what happens after this championship match ends tonight. And honestly, it'd be pretty cool to see Darby Allin again. I don't know. I love Darby Allin. And Bus Spearsm, to answer your question earlier about Marco Stunt, if Marco Stunt had the same moveset as Darby Allin, he would be just as over as Darby Allin, but he does not have that moveset. I don't know if it's because he's not capable of it or if it's just because he does not have it.
Unbelievable, especially with the crazy stipulations that are available to them. I got to hang that on Page and 6-pack down off the apron.
Back double staggers Moxley out to center. Hangman takes out Pac.
Just out of curiosity, for those who are watching the stream right now, do you think that Excalibur is the best play-by-play right now in wrestling? Hangman flying clothesline from top rope, 2 count. Darby has his character and style set. Marco doesn't. I think Marco does. He's a crazy, eccentric. Here's the thing. Marco Stunt should be marketed the same way that Spike Dudley was in the late 90s, early 2000s. Spike Dudley was the runt, and Marco Stunt is too, but they don't market him that way. If you marketed him that way, and you marketed him as, I call this match AEW versus WWE. That's exactly what this match is. You can almost say it's Dragon Gate versus WWE versus AEW versus NJPW. I like them. I'm an old school guy, so hearing JR and Tony is like a dream to me. Yeah, absolutely. I never thought I would hear JR and Tony commentate together, so it's crazy. I remember listening to Tony Schiavone take us out to the Nitro Girls whenever I was younger. God, I was probably 5 or 6 at the time, but I still remember hearing him saying that. It's also kind of nice too because, like I was saying earlier, I'm just a fan of wrestling in general. So watching MLW and being able to hear Schiavone commentate again was great. Speaking of other YouTube shows that are on there on wrestling right now, though, since we're on commercial break, have y'all watched NWA's Power at all yet? And if you have, what did you think of the overall presentation of it?
I certainly hope it is. Just because it rhymes doesn't make it a great catch.
Zombieland commercial on here. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't get to see that. I was born in '92, so unfortunately I didn't really get the whole JR and Tony together. Wish I could have, but I'm getting it now. It's really weird too because JR, you can definitely tell that he's not necessarily out of touch like Jerry the King Lawler is. And he's still got a lot of his stuff that he knows. But it's interesting to see him grow these past couple weeks and kind of get to know all of these characters that he's commentating on, basically.
Your dirty laundry that you just don't want to deal with. Because depression is multiple symptoms. Yeah, time for a change. And your doctor tells you about Trintellix, a prescription medicine for adults with depression. So you're feeling this overall relief. And Trintellix has no
NWA is very campy. I think
You've got this.
Memphis Wrestling 80s and 90s. Yeah, absolutely. I think the good thing that I liked about Power is it's for a very, very small group of fans, but they know what they want and they know what their vision is. Their vision isn't to beat WWE. Their vision isn't to beat AEW. Their vision is to simply give wrestling fans, pro wrestling fans from late 80s, early 90s, their show back again. And then, Tim Storm's another one, guys. Like I said, right here in Texas, man, I've watched Tim Storm wrestle my whole life, basically. And that man has completely reinvented himself. So seeing that happen and Tim Storm's finally get some recognition, and it's pretty awesome to see. This picture-in-picture is great because we are able to watch the match during everything that's going on. I just wish that they would play the commercial, but not the audio from the commercial. JR's welcoming us back. Got Moxley and Hangman in the ring right now. Moxley's moveset has definitely changed a lot, and you can see that he's able to do more of what he wants to do, and that's something good to see. Austin Idol. Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually didn't know who Austin Idol was. I had to ask my dad who that was. But once my dad explained to me who he was, I kind of got the backstory on it, and it made me really understand who he was and why that was an important spot for him to be on there, basically. If there is any new viewers in here, if you leave me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If I get 5 to 10 thumbs up, which hopefully I do want to start to try and continue this. As I start to try and continue it, I will try and get better webcam quality, stuff like that, graphics on screen for y'all, because I do really want to make this something that I continue to do.
You're so good, and not only that, the Larry at that time caught him not only with the quick, but up towards the bicep.
Got both competitors going for a tag right now. Double hot tag made. Pac, Omega. The problem with this match is, and I know that the Fatal 4-Way matches get old, but all of these guys are basically in a feud with each other right now. And it's a giant love square. Omega with the Death Valley Driver moonsault combo, 2 count. And so with that, it's kind of frustrating. Because basically at the end of this, Mox is going to end up hitting Pac. Paige is going to hit Omega. Something stupid like that's going to happen. Got Jerry Lawler got his crown and cape from was killed in an airplane crash. Austin Idol was also on the flight but survived. Wow. Did not know that part of it. King is definitely a legend, but I am tired of hearing him on Raw. They're using his same stuff that he said 15 years ago, and it's just not in anymore, unfortunately. I will say this. Kenny Omega hits the ropes the hardest out of any wrestler today. I might not like his style, but there is no one that hits the ropes harder than him. Crowd is going nuts for Kenny right now. Mox just took out Omega and Pac at the same time. Lawler is just temporary on Raw. Even if he is not temporary on Raw, that's another, it's something that they got to figure out. They used Eric Bischoff as a scapegoat like everybody thought that they were going to whenever they fired him. Dio Madden was probably the best choice that I never would have thought. Dio Madden is absolutely, for the 2 weeks that he's been on commentary, it's been great, which I was not expecting to happen. Buckle bomb, discus lariat, set out power bomb, shooting star press. That was a good combo. Moxley for the save. If you're just not joining right now, we got Moxley and Pac versus Omega and Hangman. Crowd is going nuts right now, chanting "This is awesome." Dean Ambrose with the deep six. Omega just hit Mox with a V trigger, knocked him back real quick. Going after Pac now, miss. Over the top rope cutter by Pac. Pump kick. That's the third pump kick that I've seen now. I don't know if we're just pump kick galore in it or what. Oh my gosh. Hangman just ran the ropes like a madman. I guess he heard me saying that Omega hits the ropes the hardest. This Omega and Mox feud is turning into something that people did not. It's going to end up being something good. Just as long as we don't get 18 fight forever chance in the same match, we'll be all right. Omega turned inside out with a nice clothesline by Moxley. Whole crowd's on its feet right now. This match has been really, really good. This match actually has been better than the 2 other tag team matches tonight, which sucks because the other 2 tag team matches have title implications. This one has nothing. So with this one having nothing to do with that, it is kind of frustrating. Omega just got his barbed wire broom out. Moxley with the barbed wire bat. There's no way that this match at Full Gear is not a falls count anywhere, no DQ, something like that. It has to be. They're building it up way too much, and Kenny's going to his cleaner gimmick, which is something that we haven't seen in a little while. Ref is out of the ring. He doesn't care. He's going to let him go at it. We're about to see these weapons get used finally. These weapons were teased last week. Oh, here it is.
And look at this pack. Coming in with the broom. It's sitting outside.
Pac actually just pulled a face move, which is really weird. Moxley and Pac are going at it now. Moxley is probably going to hit him with the paradigm shift. There it is. Paradigm shift. This is why I said this match is frustrating, because I called this from the beginning. It's all good, Kelly. Only thing that you missed, Pac bladed. Moxley hit him with the paradigm shift after he flipped him off. Looks like Omega and Pac are going to take Omega and Hangman are going to take this match. He's going for a V-trigger right now. There it is. Deadeye. 1, 2, 3. Winners of that match, Hangman, Omega. Like I said, the match was really good, and it's frustrating because it had nothing to do with the title for tag titles. But it was way better. Main event is next. We're going back to commercial. I'm glad they got the win too. They needed it. They were 2-3, so both of them moved to 3-3 now. So with both of them being 3-3 now, it gives them a little bit more of a leeway because now they're at 500. If they would have lost that match, and if they would have went to 2-4, the whole win-loss thing, I wouldn't have believed it. I think that eventually Omega's going to be that guy that puts people over, but I think that they need to get Omega over first before they start worrying about that. Because if they're not going to get these guys over, no one's going to give a shit.
Get a discount up to 30% with Thrive Safe and Save.
That's the problem with, I understand the whole wins and losses matter, but that's the problem. You have a whole company you have to get over. You're not bringing in, you're not bringing in Killer Cross to WWE right now to get him over. You're not bringing in one guy to get him over. You're trying to get a whole company over. And so with that, it's really, really hard to even worry about these wins and losses mattering.
He still couldn't sing us, but now he's got wings for sale.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm.
We are currently on a commercial right now. Once we come back, we're going to be on the main event. It's going to be Darby Allin against this man right here, Chris Jericho.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our costs for shipping, like, were cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/try and get 2 months free.
Selling has never been my thing.
I'm really honestly surprised that we didn't have any WWE people, or WWE people. Wow. I was surprised that we didn't have any WWE ad space that was bought out. Have I read any of Jericho's books? I actually have not. The only book that I read Mick Foley's whenever it had first came out. The very first book that he came out with whenever I was younger. Other than that, I haven't really read any wrestlers' biographies or autobiographies or anything like that. I would like to start though. I think the biggest, person's story I'm interested in though is not even necessarily his, but probably DDP's. And the reason for that is just all of these wrestlers, whether they're old or younger, they all say that DDP kind of revitalizes them with his DDP yoga. My dad actually is starting. They're worth really, really pulls back the curtain. Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely have to look into that. People pulling back the curtain for everybody to see how stuff goes it's really good insight. I think that it's cool that people do that, and I was actually watching a video yesterday, I believe, of Vince Russo helping create the Dude Love gimmick, and seeing how full of life Russo was back then is insane. That Vince Russo is not the Russo he is today. We got the tag team tournament continuing next week. Final four. Dark Order versus SCU and Private Party versus the Lucha Bros. Don't care about Dark Order. Hope SCU beats them. Really, really, really want Private Party to go over in this whole thing. Private Party is amazing. Also, next week, Britt Baker will be home in Britsburg. So that will be interesting to see. Also, Young Bucks are going to be in action. Hopefully, it's someone decent. Most people don't care for the Dark Order. I think my problem with the Dark Order is not player Uno's size or anything like that. It's the fact that the other guy, I don't know what his name is, the smaller guy out of the two of them, whenever they come out, these goons that are supposed to be with them, some of them are bigger than that guy, and it should not be that way unless they are their lackeys who are getting involved in their matches. So this match just got declared a street fight, and Darby Allin is going against Jericho. Crowd is going nuts right now for Darby Allin, which is awesome. Darby deserves it, man. He's also got a skateboard. If he rides it down to the bottom of his board, says Darby Allin, AEW champ. Hey, babe, look inside like Turtle Sky. He did just ride to the ramp. That is awesome. I was telling my buddy that Darby Allin really reminds me of a smaller Vampiro. I know that Vampiro is not everybody's favorite, but whenever I was growing up watching WCW, I went crazy every time Vampiro came on the screen. Darby Allin is 100% more athletic than Vampiro ever was. He is more charismatic than Vampiro ever was. And I don't know. There's something about seeing Darby Allin wrestle that is it's just awesome to see. Yes, I remember that too. My dad actually thought that I wanted to hang out with Juggalos whenever I was younger because I liked Vampiro, which was not the case at all. We are getting full out Chris Jericho Painmaker gimmick tonight due to this being a street fight. This is something that has not been seen in AEW yet, so it is very interesting. He's got his makeup on, the eyeshadow, all of that stuff is on him right now. So good on them for realizing that Jericho needed to come out with something different due to going against someone different. My opinion of this match, it's going to end in a draw. This will be Darby Allin's second draw. It'll be the second time that he's taken one of the figureheads of this company basically to a draw. With the draw, obviously Jericho would still retain, and it gets both people over. It gets Darby Allin over even more, and making everybody realize that Darby Allin is a credible threat to everyone. He took Cody Rhodes to a draw, and I think he's going to take Jericho to a draw here tonight. Darby Allin has different paint on. It's white and black, and it says champ all over it, which is really, really awesome.
Darby Allin was watching at home and observing and creating a game plan for this very moment.
People in the chat, who's going to win, Darby Allin or Chris Jericho? Feud with Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds.
From Seattle, Washington, weighing 173 pounds, Darby.
If I had to make a Mount Rushmore, I think Jericho's going over. I think he's going over at the end. I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a draw, man. I don't think that he'll lose the title at all. It's also a street fight, so anything goes. Inner Circle's coming out. You got to get Jake Hager out here. He hasn't been on here yet. Also, my boy, Texas native Sammy G. Spanish God has not been on tonight at all. So that's two people you got to get on the show tonight. So.
Almost the same for Darby Allin. The face paint doesn't scare me. You're the one that should be scared. Pretty stupid t-shirt Jericho's wearing. ShopAEW.com.
If you're just now joining right now, we have the main event. It is a street fight, Jericho versus Darby Allin for the championship. Darby Allin has different paint. He's got champ written all over his body. Crowd is chanting, "Thank you, Jericho," right now. That's freaking great. Aubrey Edwards is reffing this match as well. She is a really good ref, and I was actually talking to my friend about it the other day. Her facial expressions that she uses while she's in a match make the match that much better. So, and Darby Allin is just going at Jericho right now. Like I said, Aubrey Edwards' facial expressions, they make her matches that she refs that much better. Most of these matches that she refs, I like her reffing. She does a great job. Yeah, absolutely. I actually don't know what the ref in NXT's name is, but I do know that they have a female referee. I'm just not as familiar with her work.
I don't think Jericho expected this. You can't prepare for a guy like Darby Allin. There's no of them out there. Who do you work with?
Darby Allin's already got him on the apron. Welcome to the stream. If you just now joined, I just saw another person pop up. If you really enjoy this, please leave a thumbs up. I want to start doing this every week, and I just want to continue to build this kind of fan base, and then we'll just go from there, see where it goes. They're back in the ring. Jericho with the backdrop. Jericho always looks like he just smoked about. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly. This is my first week. I've never done anything like this. I do play video games. I try and stream on that. Nothing really ever worked out, but I figure why not try this? Just because I feel like I have a bigger passion for wrestling than I do video games, I guess. Thanks, man. Jericho's already got Darby Allin down. I think another thing that I need to get used to is that this AEW crowd, they are the smart marks. I don't really think that's the term anymore. I think every wrestling fan's a mark at this point because they're all going to cheer for what they want. But unfortunately, this crowd is they have a fat guy with mustard rubbed all over his body, and they're going to chant, "Let's go mustard." So I just got to get used to that. It's kind of slowing down a little bit, not as fast paced. Jericho's really grounded Allin this match, which is something that we're not used to seeing out of Darby Allin. Darby Allin is incredibly fast. He's 22 years old, too, which is insane. He's been wrestling since he was 18 years old. Darby's starting to take it to Jericho. We might start to see some of the speed out of him.
He doesn't want not want to admit it. He can't give Darby out hope. You can't give him hope. You can't let him hang around.
Darby Allin is insane. He's really good at taking spots. Jericho's in the ring right now. Darby Allin's on the outside. He took a pretty hard bump to the turnbuckle. Thing I like about your stream, you are dropping F-bombs. I really weird. Yeah, I do cuss a little bit, but I don't think that for my streaming purposes, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. That's just not. I'd rather have like a PG-13 stream, or TV-14. Swear, I might drop one every once in a while. If something crazy happens, but I don't think that it's necessary for me to do it every single second. Back on another commercial right now. Since Darby Allin just took a hard bump to the outside, he did his traditional get thrown into the turnbuckle area and kind of 619 himself out of it. If anybody wanted to know, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is going to be on TNT tomorrow night.
You guys look great. Hey, I feel great too. Ever since you told me about Nugenix Total Big, I feel stronger. I'm crushing my workouts. Thanks to Nugenix, I have more energy, more stamina, feeling years younger. It's awesome.
Has anything of importance happened on NXT tonight?
From the brand that brought you GNC's #1 vitality product and product of the year.
Do I miss any good matches? I know last week we had Leo Rush win, which was amazing. Leo Rush, man, that guy is so talented. I've never gotten the pleasure of watching him live. I'm really hoping that I get to the next time that WWE comes around this way because, man, that dude is awesome. Followed his career the whole entire way on the indies and everything.
42424. Now, your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Samples are not available.
Oh, man, Nugenix? Can't wait to order that.
Now, wireless network claims are so confusing. America's most reliable network, the nation's largest and most reliable network. The best network is even better. Best.
If you're watching the stream right now and you don't mind, please leave a like. Just got a few minutes of NXT Ciampa won his match. Awesome. It's good to hear. Happy that Ciampa is winning his matches. If you just joined the stream just now, we are on a commercial break. As soon as we come back, I will be doing play-by-play for you. Just kind of walking through everything. Ciampa's great, man. I actually am happy that this whole Fox has got SmackDown, USA's got Raw, NXT is kind of by itself. And the reason for that is because I don't think they're going to move people around as much. If anything, they'll move people back. I think eventually KO will be on NXT. But Ciampa needs to stay in NXT. Velveteen needs to stay in NXT. Gargano, Undisputed Era, they just need to stay where they're at. It's not because they're not ready for Raw or SmackDown, but it's because NXT is, in my opinion, the best overall product right now. Back in the middle of the ring right now, Chris Jericho's got Darby Allin with a kendo stick, choking him with it. I'm just checking on him.
I don't know if hard is the right way to describe it. He has sometimes that hard he has in his sense.
Caught him right in the stomach after he Irish whipped him. Darby Allin's already got a cut on the back of his head. If you haven't seen the meme yet where it says, do you remember the I Like Turtles guy? This is him all grown up with the kid on the left and Darby Allin on the right. Please go look for that meme. Keeping people stagnant in the NXT and may change the flavor of the show. NXT seems more like a third brand now, not developmental. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big thing, right? Because now, where do their people go? Are they just going to be at the PC, and the PC is going to start putting on shows now? Or do they get the opportunity to just go to Raw, or go to SmackDown, or go to NXT? You got Darby Allin, crucifix pin, 2 count. Jericho was able to kick out. Darby Allin is cracking Jericho with his kendo sticks over and over and over and over again right now. Send them to NXT UK. Well, and even with NXT UK, you now have people that are no longer staying in the UK. Walter actually is back in the US now. And he has a work visa and everything. Wow, it just dropped 2 people. That's awesome. Whatever. Walter is on NXT tonight. Yeah, his stable, Imperium, is pretty good. The only thing that I have a problem with is I know I have to suspend my belief. I know wrestling is wrestling. But the fact that Alexander Wolf is now in that stable makes no sense to me and is not believable at all. I remember seeing Alexander Wolf come out in jester pants. So whatever Alexander Wolf is doing with Imperium, don't care, don't like it. The other guy's great. Alexander Wolf, no. This match has been pretty good. Jericho's not Codebreaker to Darby Allin. This is not a typical Jericho match. It's been a lot more fast-paced than what we're used to. The other thing that's really weird about this match is there's no DQ. However, rope break is in effect. Not used to Miss Sanity letting that team. Yeah, absolutely. Sanity was great. Everybody likes that weird, edgy, different group to go for. That's why Inner Circle's awesome in AEW right now. Having that group in WWE would not have worked because putting Jericho with Ortiz and Santana, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hager, that does not mix at all. But AEW is making it work. They've got Pretty Boy, they've got a Jackass, they've got a crazy tag team, and they've got the muscle. And that's what that is. With Sanity, I mean, Eric Young, bless that dude, man. He's been wrestling for forever now. You had Nikki Cross, who seems like she's the most polished out of everybody because of how their booking was and how their storylines were.
Darby Allin is 22 years old, folks. 22 years of age.
Crowd chanting for tables right now. Irish whip into the chair into the corner. Darby Allin ducked it, ran right back at Jericho. God, that kid is fast. Darby Allin's front flip stunner that he does, I don't know another way to describe it. The one where he's behind him and he flips over them and stuns him. Probably one of the best variations of that move. Slow 2 count by Aubrey Edwards for some reason. Jericho going for a pendulum swing on Darby. Caught him with it. Back into the walls of Jericho. He's not allowed to call him that. However, I forgot. So Jericho currently has him in the Lion Tamer. If you just now joined the stream, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. Person that just put "how's it going" is my girlfriend, so that's great. She's literally laying right here and laughing. So since you're watching my stream now, you can press thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. You click the thumbs up. Jericho's grabbing duct tape right now to tape Darby Allin out. He's got his hands behind his back, arrest style. Oh, man. He's literally using duct tape right now. This is actually kind of cool. Not going to lie. This side of Jericho is a side that we haven't seen in 10 to 15 years. And it's always cool whenever someone matches someone's style instead of trying to completely go over their style. And right now, that's what he's doing. Darby can't do anything right now. Jericho is just beating the hell out of him.
Somewhere the referee's got to make a decision. Can this kid defend himself in some sort of...
We'll see if Aubrey Edwards tries to help Darby Allin out here or not. I don't think that she's going to. It's been really weird, though, because, like I said, this is a no DQ match. However, they were calling road breaks earlier. And I think that that's some of my WWE mind, right? It's a no DQ match. You're not supposed to see any road breaks. But AEW is different, man. So we'll see what they do. She is a little bit of a wrestling fan. She was a big CM Punk fan. So she does not pay attention to it as much as she used to. Obviously, now that CM Punk's not there, with AEW coming back, or not coming back, but with AEW being on TV right now, I do try and get her to watch AEW a lot more. She is pretty accustomed to what goes on, because I do watch Wrestling Inc.'s podcast with Raj Giri, Glenn Rubenstein, and Matt Morgan a lot. And so I watch it on Mondays for Raw. Was watching it on Tuesdays for SmackDown. Jericho needs to win clean with the Judas effect. It's not going to happen, Busta. I really think that it's going to a draw, man. This guy wants to know if you liked wrestling or not, and I told him that you used to whenever CM Punk was on, but you don't watch it as much. But I told him that you do watch a little bit more now that well, yeah, AEW's awesome. You give me no choice. That's so fake. The crazy thing, you got to take her. I mean, I don't know where your location is. I know that some places don't have indie events at all. But you got to take her to an indie event, man. I really think that that's where people start to realize what they go through. My mom used to say the same thing whenever I was growing up. And that was in a time whenever wrestling was real. So I don't know. I really think that events kind of help people out, man. I'm going to finish it whenever the show's over. There he is, Jake Hager. Told you. There it is. Right into the lion tamer. But he can't tap because his hands are tied behind his back. So kind of makes stuff interesting. Oh, I guess he said that he gave up. Oh, man. What a terrible way to end the show. In Southeast Missouri, we have indie wrestling just across the river. Is there any, I guess, big people that have made it out of there? Whether it's TNA, ROH, anything like that? So Hager came down to attack Darby Allin. We have the inner circle coming down to the ring now with a little bit of the bubbly to celebrate. Crowd's going nuts. For the third week in a row, AEW goes off the air with the inner circle celebrating. All right, guys, this show is over. Marco Stunt's from Paragould, Arkansas. It's about 30 minutes from me. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, I love Marco Stunt. I don't think that they're putting Marco Stunt out the right way. That's my only problem with him. All right, guys, thanks for sitting with me. Sorry that I got through this stream a little bit late. I really appreciate everybody that sat here and watched it, though. And listen to me. I will definitely try doing this again next week, and I will continue to do it. Like I said, my plan is to eventually get a bigger fan base and get better camera quality. And, yeah, if you did not catch the first half, the SCU and I believe Best Friends match is coming up right now. So I approve of all of this. Awesome, guys. Well, I really appreciate it. I hope y'all have a good night. Please subscribe to the channel. Give it a like. And I'm just going to try to get better as we go, guys. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday.
Later on here in the first round.
I know.